Hello and good morning. So this might be a little bit later than it was last time, so I feel this is due for a little bit of explanation. Okay, so for whatever reason, dropping a quick save back in that other section where the cutscene was happening set up a situation where for whatever reason the game was going to a black screen instead of actually giving the choice for which route to go on. So ended up going for the save afterwards. That's all well and good. Then I forgot to hit the record button, so that happens. And kind of wound up in this sort of situation where this fight ended up playing out as it normally does. Ravnus is here because for whatever reason it seems like the emulator screwed up and decided to skip over that choice. So I guess we're crazy murderers now. And yeah, that's kind of how that all went. Yeah, so just kind of gonna be finishing up and moving on from here. There we go. So that guy's gone. And unfortunately, it looks like it's impossible to actually uncouple the two tremendous shot parts, for lack of a better way to put them. Rakes was saying that the two are pretty much entirely hooked together, but there's the possibility of a harassment move for archers, so that can be potentially useful. Now, you're kind of to be a character that's incredibly hard to recruit. So, like I was mentioning in that spot before I forgot to hit the button, she is a complete pain to recruit. She likes to get herself killed off in like 3 or 4 different places. And I'll be honest, I still don't know if I will, but at least we weren't responsible for it. Also, I had changed Voltaire back to a knight for 2 reasons. For one, apparently one-handed spears are a thing that's happening, and they're gonna be for knights. Oh yeah, and there's Vice being a dick. We'll just, ignore him. He will go against you no matter what you do. Oh, there's that. And then sadness happened. Moving right along here. Yep.
3 weeks.
3 weeks passed. That's the only voice work. Alright. So, one thing that's kind of interesting that I found out a while ago, apparently the original version of Balmamusa, they were planning to have you actually have to go and, attack all the unarmed people and stuff like that. Kind of MGS5 style. So, thankfully that didn't happen. Yeah, it's this fight next. Yes, everything's fine and dandy, and there's certainly no huge political turmoil from, the whole genocide thing kind of being a little bit of a problem. Now, did I get any equipment for you? A hammer, by chance? I've kind of completely U-turned and I want to give this guy a hammer now. Does not look like it. And it looks like the rapier is even farther. Alright. But, I want to maybe switch him over to axes. Not really. Not huge on the axes right now. They're very useful. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will. Because his accuracy is pretty alright. Well, not. Whatever. I'm gonna switch him to hammers later anyway. Yeah. You know what? I will give him knockback though, so that he's setting stuff up for his 3 soldiers. There we go. Knockback. Can I give you fine folks anything? Can you get tactician yet? No. Ooh, parry though. We are definitely getting parry. It might be a little bit early to get parry, but I want to have it. Should probably get deflect, although the arrows typically tend to go for other people. They're pretty heavily armored. I'll just go ahead and give them a parry. Since they're already getting a +1, apparently. Apparently! Oh man, bad puns are bad. Does this get parry? Yes, it does. Okay. There, Dandy. What about you? Berserk? Yeah, might as well. Can't afford another skill. Yeah, I found out about the double attack on these guys, and it is amazing. Actually, the main reason I picked up a, or rather I switched Voltaire back to a knight, I never noticed the rally ability. So, generally speaking, what the deal is there? Well, he rallies things, as in, there's an ability they get at level 20. It's 40 TP, it removes fear in an area, and also charges everyone for 40. But potentially, that could be a complete kill move overflow for one turn. And that looked incredible. So, decided to try that out. I didn't have it on anyone in the test run, so we'll be doing it at this point. Right, Yosian, Josian, whatever. Ooh! Mother's Blessing comes way earlier. Okay, so I'm probably going to want to reflect damage on you. Or do I want counter? I think Alright, let's get Expand Mind so you can do your exorcisms potentially a bit better. Kashwa. Yeah, alright. Why not? There we are. Won't need that for a while, so I'm just gonna have it in the back there. This guy... I don't know, I might change him to something else. Because after testing out the beast units, they're really good for what they do now, which is basically frontline attacking and things like that. They're not nearly as good as they were before. They can't be used as rock artillery, which is good. That change was absolutely needed. Oh, you can learn bows, actually. Spears, though. Yeah, you can learn spears. I don't know. I'll leave him as he is for now. I just keep using sidearms and you know kind of see if that gets better. Knockback, yes. I do want to see a knockback on you. There we go. There's probably better equipment. Doesn't matter. Starting this fight. So yeah, apparently next patch is going to have one-handed spears, potentially a death rebalance, potentially an archery balance. I'm assuming probably more text description corrections. Though I do have the PDF up this time to make sure that I don't get things wrong like a complete idiot. So, have that there. Can confirm that even though the lag is dang near atrocious sometimes on the emulator, this runs like a dream on a PSP. So, there's that. Yeah, still kind of hoping to eventually figure out a way to slap it onto an unmodded Vita, or for, well, Vitas to eventually lose support and just become jailbroken, because, you know, that'd be kind of useful. I'll be honest, as much as I love that thing, there's so much more that it could do, and it's kind of being prevented from doing it. So much stuff that thing could potentially run. Although that being said, as far as general devices are concerned, I still think the PSP was better. Just in general, like, you have this thing, it's supposed to be some, you know, just a game you can whip out wherever you are. PSP, you can stick it in your pocket, it'll be just fine, it won't really get damaged from moving around. The Vita, I've had to replace the thumbsticks on that thing twice, and that's just from it being in the case, not even anything else. I'll be honest, mechanically that thing is a bit of a crap show, but, you know, it's a powerful little thing. Nice to be able to play XCOM on the go. I don't think you can get a shot. Oh, you can get a shot on him. Good job. Right. No one really needs healing yet, so you jog your butt up here. think I'm probably going to start using her as more of a frontliner as soon as I can get her to move up or something. Double step time. Yes, yes. It's so satisfying. I miss that so dang much. There we go. Stab. You're stuck in a corner. Yeah, so really the only thing I'm not seeing too much of a purpose for yet is these sidearms. I'm mostly assuming it's just so you have something that has some decent armor penetration, while also using a one-handed weapon. But as of yet, I've only seen it do like 10s and 20s with really low accuracy, so... But we'll see once we get out of the rain, it'll probably get a bit better. Because I know they have to have a use. Especially with Inflicting Hobble. I mean, it seems like a really good harassment weapon. Poison Mist. I do like the new animation for that. Also, I like that some of the more spammed moves don't require the little warm-up thing anymore. I was noticing that earlier. So I believe, like, Word of Pain and stuff like that, it seems like they just go, you know, they get right to it and throw it out. Which is nice, because that thing got spammed all the time, and you really don't want to see that warm-up a billion times. That also might have been an emulator glitch, but we'll see. We'll see the next time it comes up. Oh, crap. No, these guys are two-handers, far more dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, seems like a 50-50 on whether it'll knock her off this cliff. Except, I keep thinking it's gonna be 40, it won't be. Oh well. Worth a go. This added range on crossbows is beautiful. Ooh, it's knocking off a cliff time. It's knocking off a cliff time. Except now that I'm saying cliffs, it's actually a rooftop. Good job, brain. Dead. Or almost dead. Probably gonna have until the end of this fight, and then I have to call it apart. This knight seems to be holding the line pretty darn well. I think I'm gonna have everyone continue pushing up. Pretty sure the monks down here will be able to handle a fencer, or a Valkyrie in this case. I'm probably gonna have Denalto finish off that very, very damaged Amazon down there. Since they're called Amazons again. There we go. 30%. But it worked. And yeah, the DLC came out today for XCOM 2. It's kind of funny. I was originally kind of excited about it. Seemed like it had new stuff. And now that this is out, I've almost entirely forgotten about it. You know, XCOM 2 is nice, but this is so frickin' good. Nice. Double nice. So you're silenced, so I might as well have you slap this lady around a bit. And you're already dead. Fantastic. Now, how are we dealing with them up there? Usually they seem to think that you're gonna have Canopus at this point. That last archer's always a little awkward at this point. I'm gonna say at this point a bunch of times. At this point. Right. Because, yeah, I think without acrobatic characters, it really... I mean, no... You still have to at least jump up there so you could get over here, and then... I don't know how they expect you to get up to this guy under most circumstances. I mean, maybe you could hop onto this rooftop, go up that way, possibly, but you still need at least a 3 jump character. It seems dickish that they stuck him up there. Like, don't get me wrong, it makes sense, but at least put a staircase, you know? So if we can't go and break through that night, we'll go around him. Yeah, sure, that one hits. 26%, and like I said, you are already dead. And I guess we're gonna ignore the injured monk and go straight for that knight. Cool. Ooh. Hello, damage. And hopefully those soldiers can circle around the back, double stab those guys, trap them in. Well, that's a shame. But either way, they get encircled whether they like it or not. I'm assuming they probably don't. It doesn't work out well for them in most cases. Probably stab this guy in the back, even though he will die eventually. There we go. He's more than likely just dead now. Yeah. Josin. Finish him. Good job. So, actually, one thing I'd like to know is whether there's a different damage calculation, or a different skill rank kind of dealy. Like when you get a kill and whether you don't, when it comes to fists. Not just fists, or really just any weapon. Because it always felt like if somebody's consistently going and getting kills on stuff, they were getting more XP out of it. Thing is, I don't know if it's just because of, just because of the fact that they were getting kills, or if because there was a coincidence that they just happened to be the highest damage dealing characters in a lot of cases. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to have Denim go take care of that archer. I don't really have any casters or anything. It's probably another thing, they expect you to have casters by this point. And like I mentioned before, I'm not a fan of casters. Just like energy weapons and armored core, I just always kind of have that feeling of, oh god, they're gonna suddenly not work. They're gonna not work, they're gonna glitch out, their brain's gonna explode, and then what? Alright, you've made exactly 1 tile of progress. And continue on with your extremely unlikely hits. Seems like this. Yeah. Nice. Yay! Get to use kill moves now. So Brimstone Hail. Let's see, that's been changed to... Not the right kind of brimstone. Hang on, it was down at the bottom here somewhere. There we go, finishers. No, that was... No, that's still called Brimstone Hail, so why did search not find it? But yeah, it's just been changed to a stun, and with an accuracy bonus instead of a power and damage bonus. So, still useful for, crowd control and stuff like that with a mass stun, but not nearly as devastating as it once was, so that's good. Because let's be honest, that thing was just a straight-up grenade launcher attached to a crossbow. So, I'm personally very glad to see that changed. And now, healer cannot heal. And get a better shot right here. And I'll have everyone move on that top archer later, as far as ranged units go. I think Sarah should be able to get a shot from one of the rooftops, as long as he hangs out on the cliff. I know Denim can get a good shot from, well, just about anywhere. As long as he doesn't die, that is. Let's see if Donalto can maybe get a shot, too. It's probably gonna hit the building, isn't it? Nope. Oh, you dick, you're stealing my loot. Rushing Gale has been apparently switched to accuracy, if I'm not mistaken. Using one-handed swords, yeah, Russian Gale, accuracy with no secondary effect. So it's just a straight-up double slash, and you know what? As I've said before, amazing, because then it's not going and slicing everybody in half. Because why on earth would you ever use a move that pretty much just inflicts poison when you can go and hit the guy for about 8 times as much damage? The answer is you wouldn't, because, oh, I don't know. People tend to actually add these things up. Let me go over here. Give Denham drugs. Ban drugs. Alright, there we go. Now... okay. There we go. I think I'm gonna have to call it a part here, because I just heard some movement in the other room, and I believe the little one's getting up. So, I think I'll probably mop this up and continue on in the next part. So, thank you and all that, and I will keep more of this coming.